video is on drunk driving and the consequences that happen when caught and convicted. We have disguised this person to protect their identity and privacy. We have also disguised their voice, sort of. The legal blood alcohol concentration limit, also known as BAC, is 0.08%. If your BAC is above 0.08%, or if you refuse to provide a breath sample, you will be charged under the Criminal Code of Canada. This person we will call Josh has been charged and convicted twice of impaired driving. So Josh, how old were you when you were first convicted?
I was 23 years old.
What were the consequences that led you to? No, sorry. What were the circumstances that led you to drive drunk?
Are we talking the first time or the first time it happened?
Yes.
Well, I was out with friends at a bar. We were talking, and we decided to go back to the other guy's house to have some more drinks and stay up longer and party more. And on the way home, I was following him, and we were going at a little bit. The speed was a little too high in the first place. And he put on his brakes, and I put on my brakes, and I slid, and I ended up sliding into the other lane and hitting another car.
Explain what happened when the police caught you. Breathalyzer, jail, bail, hanging.
No, what they did is the first thing they did when they came up to me is the officer pulled out 3 coins and asked me how much money did I have in his hands, and I told him the amount, and then he asked me to touch my nose with my finger with my eyes closed. He was putting me through a little test to see how much alcohol I had in me. And then he says, well, sir, I think that you've had a little bit too much, and I'm going to take you down to the station and give you a breathalyzer. And then we proceeded to do that.
What was the penalty for this act? Fines, loss of license, jail time?
At that time, it was which is a lot less than now, $250 fine and a 3-month suspension of my license.
After you went through all this, why would you drive drunk again?
You know, it's just something that's when you're young and foolish, you just do foolish things because you don't understand what you're doing until something bad really happens, and it's too bad it has to happen that way. You should think first.
What happened the second time?
The second time wasn't quite so dramatic, but it didn't matter. I was still over the legal limit. I was driving my van, and I had parked to go talk to calling a friend to see if he was home. And he wasn't home, so I went back out my van, started it up, and it was about 9 or 10 o'clock at night, and I proceeded to go up to the street. And I guess I didn't turn my lights on right away, and a police officer saw that, and I guess he wanted to do a spot check, and he pulled me over. And then I guess he smelled off is, which is something that's really hard to get now. From what I've been talking to a lot of people, it takes years to do, and it's difficult to get, is a pardon. But it doesn't matter because the things that have happened while you've been drinking and driving won't go away.
How has these charges affected your life?
Oh, it was pretty hard there for a while. It's been a long time, so I've been able to get my insurance down, and I never drink and drive anymore. That's a positive. It was pretty bad there for a while because it took me so long to drive. It took a long time for my insurance to come down. They don't fix your car. In most cases, most insurance companies don't fix your car if you've been charged with repairs, so you have to do that yourself. So that's more money out of your pocket. It's just no good to do.
What have you learned by this, and what advice can you give me that I am just starting out on?
Never drink and drive. Never. It doesn't matter who talks you into it or who you're with, especially if you're with a girlfriend, for the guys out there, if you're with your girlfriend, it does not impress them. Because you might lose that girlfriend. It might be the best date you've ever had in your life. But if you make that one mistake, she's gone because she's going to say this guy's a loser. Because you could get in an accident, you kill someone, it's just not worth it.
Well, thank you for this time. This is my video. This is myself.